What's up, everybody? Expedition enthusiasts. I just want to do a quick video of not much information on aftermarket LED fogs for the Expedition, besides actually doing LED bulbs themselves in the stock housings, which stock housings suck a lot. The reason why I did these, or even was in the market, was because mine both cracked. I know you could do something like X-Peel or other coverings on it, but and then I'm also frustrated where I had some really good HIDs in there too, and I'm not sure if because of that crack and leaking water in there, if that bulb is shot or if that's still good, or maybe I blew a ballast. I'm not sure, but either way, the point of the video was to show this, which you can find on eBay, Amazon, and even some aftermarket people, that it's the same exact thing and they're charging $100, $200 for this stupid thing, which I don't know if there is a quality difference or brightness difference, but it seems, if you're doing a comparison, it seems like the brightness is the same. I know in the description it says 4.5 inch, and you know our Expedition's a 4. Actually, this is advertised as a 4, and sometimes it says 4.5 in the description, so at first I was a little like, oh, okay, is this going to fit? But there was a Amazon review of a guy with a 2009 Expedition that said this will work, but he had to do some trimming of his bracket, which it was just on, I think, the right side when it's out, there's kind of like a couple support pieces where you just had to trim those out and make this fit. Me personally, on this 07 Expedition, I have an Eddie Bauer white over tan. On an 07, at least, it fit right in there. That it was not the exact same bracket, so it's pretty nice where that fit in real nice. It actually, well, at first it took a little wiggling because I wasn't sure if I'd have to trim that off or trim a back piece of the fog housing or something. But with a little wiggling, that snuck by where it needed to. This is where the adjustment spring and screw is attached. And actually, even better yet, this set comes with a harness, which is kind of cool, where you can plug that into if you had already aftermarket or a different connection. Then you can just tap it into there and still have a secure connection here. But this, pull that out, stock harness snapped right in, is really, really slick. Now I'm going to do some comparison shots. What's not fair about this review is I had DDM 35 watt ultra HIDs in my fogs already, which are insanely bright, but they do kind of spill all over, creating some glare, but they've been pretty awesome. I would love to stick with that, but it's either spend 30 some bucks on stock housings and hope that other bulb, like I said, works, or, you know, just the dilemma. So I thought, you know what, for 50, I found this on eBay for 51, $2, whatever. You just gotta watch the pricing, and I thought, I'll give it a go. The big thing is making sure it has this kind. There's similar fronts, but they have a different back that would go into the stock mounting. Excuse me. That looks a little different. So make sure when you're ordering for Expedition, anyways, that looks like this. I think this states it was supposed to fit an F-150, maybe. So they're kind of similar somehow. I don't know. If you're watching this and have an Expedition, you already know that it's kind of a joke trying to find aftermarket or finding someone that's tried something. So that's the reason for this video. The other thing to take into consideration, not only brightness and fitment issues, but being I have a pretty cool kind of chrome scheme going on up front with street scene grills and with my oval and other things. Being that these are black, being I have a white over tan Eddie Bauer edition with chrome headlights, not the black version that you see on some white Eddie Bauers or on some white Expeditions, but then with these being black. And, you know, if you're trying to keep a scheme kind of going, will these look good? Will they mesh good? I like the stock look, but these I think also look good too. So I really can go either way, but if you want to nitpick, you may or may not be happy with that alone. So let me turn off my interiors, and at least the LED is on the left, focus, and then the HID is on the right. So the LED is obviously lighting up first, and it's pretty good. And then let the HID kind of warm up, and you would understand, like, holy crap, that's throwing out a lot of light. We'll go outside. I'll cover up each side just so we can get a comparison. The LED is not probably properly aimed, I'm guessing, at the moment, where maybe change that up a little bit. But the spill off to the left-hand side is pretty good on the LED. The HID is pretty good also. The only light source I have on the side of the building is right there, so hopefully that doesn't throw it off too much. But and then if I would throw my HID highs on, it's kind of something I got to take into consideration too. Like, all right, how much light do I got going out here, which I like. But I also have a 20-some inch light bar connected to my high, so if fog's on, that's on. That's what I prefer to run if possible, but obviously not always the case. So let me shut my high. Well, there's fogs. Let me turn the fogs on only. Let's step outside and take a look. So first off, sorry if this video ends up getting long, but you know what, if you're watching it, it's because this is the only one on YouTube. So again, left side is the LED. Probably just going to get a lot of glare. See if I can get a decent image here. I was afraid maybe it wouldn't project that much, being it's kind of set in a little bit. I wish I could do some daytime shots so I could show you the black versus maybe the clear, but you know what, I do like it. It kind of fits in. It looks good. And actually, one thing to take note, I was worried about the size. There is plenty of space around here yet. You could go technically bigger. I didn't measure technically. I don't know what the size of that is. If that technically is 4.5, maybe you can fit a 5-inch or who knows light in here. I guess I never did take any measurements, so either way, just LEDs, I think, in personal opinion, LEDs just look cool. I wonder why LEDs look cool, right? Now the HID side, I'm going to get a lot of glare using the phone camera. But, and my other concern is usually making sure they match my high beams. Let me do that quick. Or not matching my high beams, but just matching my headlights. I used to be pretty particular trying to keep my headlights and fogs matching in color, but once those warm up, give it another second. There, so a lot of glare. There's still a little more bluish tint on the headlights, but you know what? They do mesh well with LEDs versus with the HIDs. On at least this side, I'm actually really liking that. Almost color matches better. Then, in case you were really wondering, throwing on my light bar, I have it programmed with my high beams, so once I throw, good God, you can't see anything unless I do this. I need to, I think, do a video on that too, because I think I've seen one or two other guys do it. Install one. And I just have it installed behind the grill. It's actually fairly easy. I think I did it a couple years ago, but there's so much light coming up. That's actually a 3-row one. And if you didn't see my video about the LED puddle lights, it's pretty cool too. But let's get her on low and do fogs only. All right, let's do some comparison. So I'm gonna cover up the fog, or cover up the LED. See if I can get a decent angle. Cover up the LED. Now you can tell how much, I mean, that is one HID fog only. That's how much light that thing kicks out. So now when I add the LED, kick the cardboard out of the way, I don't honestly know if it added much. So now, standing on the right side, covering up the HID, my fancy cardboard cutout. And like I told you, this wasn't going to be a fair comparison. Oof, Delina. Now I notice, well, for one, it's aimed too low, maybe. Let me see if I can adjust that quick. Yeah, that would be the main problem I see here. Just gonna try to do it by hand to see if it's worth the crap. Which I guess it's technically in the direction where you need it. What's really cool is almost the line in the building. That's what's nice about this LED is it has a nice cutoff. So if that's what you're looking for, that's exactly what you're gonna get, is a nice cutoff line. And then a spill right in front of the car where usually some of the headlight bulbs might kind of miss. So compare with probably stock fogs, and keeping in mind this is obviously just one fog. If I had two of them, it'd look probably a little better and spill over into each other, but it's nice. I mean, it is nice, but honestly, comparing with adding the HID, that is insane. Now I'm tempted. Now I don't know what to do. But again, there's no cutoff. It's kind of a problem where with oncoming traffic, that might just, I mean, I haven't had problems over the years, but that just might be too much light, honestly, getting put out there. Not really a true fog light where it should be shining the light. Because again, if I come over here and cover up the fog, it's like you really can't even tell where it made a difference. Maybe I'll try to get the, I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. Like I said, well worth it if you had stock already and didn't want to invest in this really expensive LED, same version. But honestly, I don't know. I wouldn't, my opinion is I would not replace a good HID or maybe an LED bulb setup with the entire housing, because that's insane how much light is coming out of that HID by itself. I mean, it's pretty good light. I mean, it's good light coming out of this housing, but I don't know if it's doing what I want. And just for giggles, we'll turn on my headlights, and I just replaced the housing on the right, so I know that's a little higher than where it should be, but we'll let those warm up in just a second and then fog off. And this is just the one LED. Fog on, fog off, on. Camera might not be picking it up very well. This video is just long because I'm so indecisive on what I want to do. I mean, it's providing extra light where you need it, but what I'm used to is so insane that I don't know what I want to do here. Taking a piece of cardboard out of the way. And then takes a second for those to warm up, but you shut it off. You notice when I turn them on all the time, I notice a difference. That's why I always run with the fogs on. And any of those you idiots out there like, oh, why you run fogs when it's not foggy? I'm in southern Minnesota where we have a lot of back roads and not much traffic. And we need all the light we can get to see critters and running through the ditches. So, and when there is enough traffic, at least you got extra light with the fogs. But I kind of see now how much light is reflected, and that's what's disturbing. Like, holy crap, there's a lot. That's just the fogs. That's almost too much scattered light everywhere. So that'd be one thing to consider if you are using your fogs but you don't want all the scattered light everywhere, maybe because of law enforcement or other people in your area. That'd be something to consider. So maybe I'll do a follow-up. Maybe I'll get that other LED in there and do a follow-up and see and get them properly adjusted and see how it goes. But no, enjoy. I hope you enjoyed watching. Have a good night.